Hey now, what is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got done watching the first episode of Season 2 of Titans. Yes, this is on the DC Universe. I can't say that I still have the DC Universe because honestly it wasn't worth the price, but all in all, I forgot that this show was coming back, that season 2 had come back. Somebody reminded me and said, hey, are you going to talk about it? So here I am. At the beginning, you see that we pick up right where the cliffhanger left off, where Dick Grayson gets possessed by Trigon, Rachel's father. He's been unleashed from hell. And you see that not only is Beast Boy trying to save Rachel, trying to get her out of this house, but the Titans, the remaining members, are outside trying to find their way in. They do find their way in. In fact, there's a moment where Hawk and Dove go to ask for Batman's help, but Batman's not home. He's out with the Justice League, which I'm pretty sure we're going to get that as an explanation for where the hell Batman is throughout this series. So you see that Jason Todd, Robin, goes with them, and when they go into the house, they all have mind controls put on them, the same that was done to Dick Grayson in the finale last season, and they all choose to kill whoever was in front of them. And I thought this was I know some people are going to find it interesting because it went down a dark path. We saw each and every one of these heroes not only make the choice to kill, but then become a disciple of Trigon and join the evilness. And sure, fine, maybe I wasn't expecting it to go that way, but at the same time, I thought it made the heroes look very weak. The fact that none of them, chose good. None of them chose to fight the urge to kill. It made everybody that I'm watching currently not look like the best heroes. And look, I get it. It'd be okay if maybe a couple of them, half of them chose to do so, but still, it was what it was. So the whole time I'm watching everyone possessed and they're beating up Beast Boy, and then even Rachel gets her heart ripped out of her, which is pretty brutal, and then Trigon creates this crystal to put onto her head and it possesses her as well, and he turns into his fully formed demon version of himself, and he kills Rachel's mom, which is like, wow, what a complete waste of a character. And it's mostly because I like the actress who was playing the mom, and they just do nothing with her. She's dead now. And then Trigon, and in this horrible CGI, comes out of the house, and he's making everything dead and destroying the grass and the trees. And then Beast Boy touches Rachel's hand and gets her out of this possession. Now, I like that we did have our happy ending. I like that we were able to get our heroes out of the situation, but Rachel had her heart ripped out of her. How the hell did she come back? Not only come back, but came back that easily. Okay. So that happened, and then Rachel wakes up, and she's herself again, and then she goes inside of Dick Grayson's head. I want to mention this really quick because there are so many times where Rachel is like, I need Dick. I need to get Dick. I need to save Dick. I want Dick. And it's just like, I know that's Dick Grayson's name, and I'm sure it's far from the jokes that you could do with that, but it seemed like they did it so often that they had to have done it on purpose, or just to make me laugh. Or I'm just that immature. It could be a combination of the two. You had the moment where not only was she trying to save him after he supposedly killed Batman in the Batcave, but then they were in the Flying Grayson circus arena, and she got him to save her, and so Dick Grayson got saved, and then she goes out and with all of her powers banishes, I don't know if she killed him, but she sent him back into hell, Trigon, so he's done and over with. And again, it seemed like this first half of the episode seemed like the proper finale to season 1. I don't know why we structured it this way. I don't know why we had that cliffhanger. To have us want to come back. We were going to come back to this show, at least for the most part, if you had given us this finality to everything going on. It seemed odd to wait this long and then to get all of this action and all of this roundup in the first half of this. Because then the last half, we see that everybody is unpossessed, so they're fine. The group essentially splits up. Starfire and her horrible hair I guess she goes back to space. I guess that's what they say. Hawk and Dove are gonna leave. Donna Troy. I like that actress. I like that she had the one moment when they did go into the house originally, and she seemed like she took hold of the leadership. So if we do see more of her, maybe she will assume that role. And then we see Slade Wilson. And at first, it just looks like this old dude with an eye patch who he sees on the news Jason Todd yell out, "Hey, the Titans are back!" And so this almost gets him out of whatever retirement he was in. He cuts his hair. He goes off back to his hideout with all of his guns and his suit and whatnot. So maybe he'll start hunting the Titans down. Honestly, if you have Deathstroke as the villain of Season 2, I much rather look forward to that than the whole demon stuff that we got in Season 1. I get that it's deeply rooted and connected to Rachel, and I get it. But I'd much rather move on and do a villain like this. Dick Grayson goes and talks to Bruce Wayne, and we see Bruce Wayne finally in the flesh. And I like this actor who is playing Bruce Wayne. I've seen him in a bunch of things, like Game of Thrones and whatnot. So I like the idea of an older Bruce Wayne. He's not retired or anything, but he's maybe past his prime, so he is looking more towards the next generation. That's why Dick Grayson finally relinquishes the blame that he's been putting on Batman for how his life has gone, for the anger and darkness that he's kept inside of him. So it was a good conversation. I like that it was moving forward for Dick Grayson to say, like, hey, I'm going to start up the Titans again. And he gets a hideout in San Francisco, really big, nice, tall building, and he brings everyone there, and that's how it ends. And so, I mean, if you look at the first half of the episode, I'd say yes, it was a good finale to Season 1. I wish that we had gotten it last year and didn't have to wait for it the way that we did. I like the last half of the episode because it seemed more of a proper introduction to Season 2, more new things on the horizon. Overall, it was a fine episode. I mean, structurally, I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm looking forward to the future. I will continue to watch this season. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the first episode of Season 2 of Titans? Did you like it? Did you not care for it? Is this a show that you don't even care about watching? Do you still have the DC Universe? I'm just curious, honestly, who still has DC Universe right now? I know I want to get back into Doom Patrol because I've only seen one episode of that. Swamp Thing, even all that mess that went on behind the scenes. I hear that the show itself is good, even though it was canceled. So maybe I'll check that out as well. I don't know what the future of the DC Universe app is with everything else going on. We shall see. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!